Go get your brushes, go get your paint. This is how you do it, the Shoshie way. I'm gonna teach you, be ready to learn. 'Cause when I'm done, it's your turn. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Oh, we paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on tuning in, hear what I say. Watch real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above. And if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
Hey guys, it's Shoshie from Shoshie's Minis. It's Monday. I meant to type hype in the channel, so if someone can do it for me, exclamation point hype, because it's Monday. We've got some more Kingdom Death to paint. I've only got 2 more models left for my commission to finish. I thought we would work on Hungry Basalt. That's this character's name from Kingdom Death. And look at his glowing lantern. We're going to do some OSL. I think I'm going to paint the front first. Well, we'll do the whole thing. I think he needs some airbrush. What do you think? I think we do. I think we need airbrush on this guy. So I've got a little silly putty with me. And before I do anything, I'm going to get, so if you don't have any silly putty, this is 2 colors I've mushed together. Oh wow, it's actually not sticking to itself. Usually it sticks to itself pretty well. So anyway, what I love about Silly Putty is it will stick to stuff. It sticks to itself great, but it won't pull the paint off your model. And it usually, you can get it from the US for like $1, or you can go to the dollar store and get it for like $1. Whoa, I'm dropping stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cover the little lantern a little bit. How are you, McLeod? Thank you for putting the hype up. I appreciate it. It's Shoshie time. It's Shoshie time. It's lantern time. It's airbrush time. Ugh, if I can get this to cover, let's do a little piece like that. I just want to cover as well as I can so that I can not spray that part on my airbrush, or when I airbrush it. All right, let me put this back. This is the Silly Putty. Do I want to do, I probably want to do some stuff down here too. No, I'm going to leave it. How are you, McLeod? What's been going on? What have you been working on? Don't forget, if you are watching this, we are starting to do whip trips on Fridays, sometime in the Friday. You know what? let me see if I've got some gloves here for the airbrushing. Here we go. I'm all out of gloves now. I need to order new gloves. Robosh, hello. How are you doing, Robosh? I can't remember, McLeod. Are you from the UK or are you from the US? I don't remember. I have some funny stuff to talk to you guys about today regarding the UK. There, I got my airbrush on. All right, let's see. Let me look at the colors. Let's use the colors that I had on my lion. What did I use to start? I think I used some dark blues, maybe some of this, a little bit. Yeah, let's do it. I got the new bottles from Pro Krill. Look at this. The new bottles are really nice. So this is the old bottle. They are 17 milliliters. And the new bottles are 22 milliliters. You can get these from creaturecaster.com. And they're a little softer, so they squeeze a little better. And they don't plug up like my other ones were. These plug up a little bit. Geeky Girl Games, hello, how are you? 21 months. That's awesome. You're so close to a year, or 2 years? 2 years. You're so close to 2 years now. As you guys know, all these subscriptions go to really help out the channel. We're in the process of purchasing. Oh, look at that hype. Awesome. Tana, hello. How are you? We're gonna get some new overlays. We're changing the, what do you call it? The schedules. All the schedules are getting changed because I switched all of my days from 2:30 to 5:30. So now Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you can catch me on Twitch, 2:30 to 5:30, right away. Geeky Girl Games. There we go. Thank you so much. It really does help me. Even just a Prime subscription or just a tier 1, it adds up. Let me check something. I think now on Twitch I can actually see what my number of subscribers is. See what it is. Boop doop boop. Go to my channel. Go creator dashboard. Let's see. Oh, it's being slow. Okay. I currently have 80 subscribers, which is awesome. So awesome. Out of my 5,000 followers, I have 80 subscribers. That's awesome. You guys are awesome. I really love you. All right, we're gonna work on some colors for Hungry Basalt. I'm gonna show you the lion and the other characters that I've been working on. So this is the Rock Knight. Let me show you her. Oops, I just closed down the wrong thing. There we go. Okay, this is the Rock Knight. I gotta close one more thing. Hold on. One. got too many windows open and it's gonna crash stuff. So done. All right, this is the Rock Knight. She is funny because she is a little crazy. She is a little crazy. Let me see. And on the back, she carries around this rock that she is in love with. She's in love with the rock. That's why she's the Rock Knight. And it's the Lovelorn rock. And it takes up a spot in her gear. Like when you play her, it takes up a spot on the gear card. Jamie G, hello. Are the new bottles more expensive? I don't know. I don't think so. I feel like they might be similar in price. If they are more expensive, they're probably only a tiny bit more expensive. I just noticed a little Creature Caster thing on the side. I don't think that was on there before. Oh, they rebranded it. That's why. So before it was just Monument with the M, and now they've got new artwork. How cool. The lanterns look awesome. Yeah, I'm happy with those. I've got to work a little bit more on the lighting on the rock. And maybe a little bit more lighting on that rock down there. So it's got more contrast. But I didn't want to do that on stream today. All right, and then I've got these two, which are completely done, and I absolutely love how they came out. You guys may have seen my lion. I've been posting him on social media. How pretty is that? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Don't look at the bollocks on Twitch. So I'm covering them up. There we go. And he's chomping on a human. And then this one, is anyone else having strange things with their sound? Yeah, Jamie G, earlier when I was watching Twitch, the same thing was happening to me when I was watching Eeny Minis. So it's probably a Twitch problem. So here's the other model. This guy is called Gadrock. Yeah, he is well. Yeah. You love that you kept a color scheme across the set. Yeah, the client specifically wants that. Zach Tanner. That's why we did that. Here's Gadrock. He's got a little lantern, and he also has like some kind of potion. That could be some, what is it, monster grease? What is it? I can't remember the different, there's love juice, there's monster grease, there's different things you can get. There's a strength potion. Anyway, I decided to make him like a little bit more like on the Native American kind of skin tones. I'm really happy with how he turned out. Look at the beautiful colors. So we've got, for Hungry Basalt, I'm gonna go way more into the blues and the greens. I think that's what we'll do. And then we'll give him, ooh, I just noticed the claws on his lion scratched his shield. Hello, Amberden, how are you? How's everybody? Got some people. So yeah, so these are all done. These two are really, you know, they really do look good together. And even the Rock Knight, hold on, where is she? She's more of the dark browns, but look, she still goes because I've used those kind of taupes and ivories. They do look good together. I like to use a palette that looks nice. I mean, it makes more sense. All right, so now we've got the airbrush started. Haven't gotten it primed yet. Okay. I need to look at it real quick. It's been a minute since I used my airbrush, and there might be some dried paint. Oh, did you hear that? That did not. Oh no. There is dried paint. I was a stupid. Okay, hold on. So now we're gonna do a quick emergency surgery on Shoshie's airbrush. Emergency surgery alert. Is this? Oh, okay. All right, so I need paper towels. Amberden says, just popping for a few minutes to distract you from filing your tax return. I understand, Amberden. That's okay. I'm going to put some of that on there. Get Get all that. Oh, there we go. Getting some of that dried paint right off. Good, good, good. Lol, whoops. Yeah, exactly. That's never a good feeling when you go to use your airbrush and you realize that you messed it up. And you might have to, I can feel like there's chunks on it. All right, it's coming off though. That's really good. Okay, and before I do anything else, I've got some stuff here. I gotta find it. It's called needle juice. Have you guys ever heard of needle juice? Needle juice, if I have it. I've got so much stuff up here. Where is the needle juice? Aha, I found it. It's literally called needle juice, and it's from Badger. So we're gonna put some of that. Yay, taxes. You got your W-2s finally, Tevson? That's good. I feel some more paint back in here too. Gonna get that off. I'm so happy because I have been using a accountant service called bench.co, and it has saved my life. And so now doing my taxes is not as scary because I've been doing that for a long time. All right, we're just gonna put some of this stuff in there. Oh, and oh wait, that's the needle juice cap. Hold on. All right, so I have this. Where's my, let's just blow this straight on through. See if we can get some paint out. No, it doesn't look like it's coming. I might have to give this a soak later. And then I'm gonna go ahead with my brush. Oh yeah, there we go. Come on out, paint, dried paint. Some of it's coming off, some of it is continuing to be dry. Maybe. And you have to be really careful if you do this at home. If you're gonna don't try to scratch the inside of stuff, but you can kind of loosen a little bit with the needle. All right, it feels a lot more smooth than it did. When we put that needle juice on there, it's gonna help a ton. Let's blow the rest of that out. Okay, good. I still see some paint. Do. Now, somewhere I have some of those little dental pick things. Those work like a dream. Let me see if I can find some. I need to get some more. It looks like I might be all out. Try the brush again. Oh yeah, there we go. Come out, come out, come out, come out, come out. The worst thing that could happen is that we're going along, spraying, and then that color comes loose and clogs. You pay someone to do yours, worth every penny, right? I mean, I stress out so much. All right, I'm gonna cover my airbrush with the finger. There we go. I see it coming now. Yay. This is really good airbrush cleaner, by the way. This is the Badger spray through cleaner. And I guess it even works. Oh, look at that. So you can kind of see the color coming out. All right, what can we do? That through? Oh yeah, much more smooth. But before I put the needle in, I'm gonna put the needle juice on. And I like to just put like a little drop on my finger and then club that up. Ooh, nope. And then we're gonna put that on the needle. And that will keep all of the paint the whole brush will be much more lubricated now. Oh, I still see some paint on there. Goodness. Right. Boom. Oh yeah, that's much better. See if we can get some more color to spray out. Backwash. Okay. That may have to be good enough. We'll try not to leave paint in the airbrush this time. And I've got my mask. You got your airbrush soaking right now? Yeah, I need to soak it. Do I still have a sonic cleaner? I had one. I'm not sure what I did with it. All right, I'm putting my mask on. Just strap it on. There we go. Okay, and I've got a little bit of this dark blue. Do you think we should use purple first? Maybe a little purple first, or maybe some green? I'm looking at my lion. Let's do a little purple. This is the dark purple from Pro Krill. Oh, I didn't realize I already had that one open. That's good. Okay. So a little bit. See how easy that opens, and look, boom, right onto the palette. Easy peasy. So much nicer than the old bottles. So let's do some dark blue also. I think that one's also open. Yes, they are the new bottles, Teviston, and I'm really happy with them. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Okay. Yeah, you just said what it was. Exactly. And I'm going to put the thinner. We got the thinner already in here, but that's not the thinner. Where is the thinner? Here it is. Cleaner's not the same thing as thinner, so I'm going to put some thinner through here. I'm going to blow that through. That doesn't sound good. Did you hear that whistle? That means there's some kind of piece of chunky paint or something still up in there. Maybe. Come on. Go back in there. There we go. We want a nice hiss, not a squeal. Put that more thinner. And I'm just going to take that blue straight off the palette. I think that'll be good. We'll do some purple with it. Okay. Let's do this. Where's my model? Here it is. Okay. I just want to make sure to get a nice, soft, like little dot. That way we know we're not actually too wet. There we go. Looking good. Nice and blue. Okay. Now the idea behind him is that, am I out already? No, good. Is that he's wearing the Gorm suit. I covered up some of his chest brightness, and that's okay. Notice that's nice and bright. Okay. I think we need some purples in the shadows. I'm going to go ahead and rinse this with water. Where's my water thing? There we go. If that's just water, I can add straight purple to it in a minute. Okay. Now, purple, purple, purple. Gonna add some purple. Thinner. Always with the thinner. And then the purple. There we go. Looks nice. And what I'm going to do with the purple is shoot from underneath, kind of so like he'll have more shadows that are purple. Right? So like this. You got to make sure it's going through. That's good. And it already is making the blue look more deep because of it. See? Let's see if you can see the difference. It's kind of dark. Ooh. Okay. Looks good. Okay. Now rinse this. That's thinner, not rinse. There we go. What have people been doing all day? Anything interesting? My day has been very slow. I don't usually get much done in the Mondays. I did watch, okay, so I've been watching this new show, not new show, but you guys know I've been watching Love Island Australia, right? Well, I'm all done with that. I finished it. I'm done with Love Island Australia, and I moved on to Love Island UK. And I have to say, it's a good thing that I'm further along in the season, because I've been pretty disappointed with the the male contestants from the UK. They are pretty sad. Yeah. Was like, what? They just treat women like pieces of meat. I was kind of like, oh. And they're just, mostly all of them are just playing the game. I don't think any of them, maybe one guy actually cares about one of the women. You know? So that's been interesting, and I've been trying to like keep my biases to a minimum. All right, so let's real quick. I'm going to do a little bit of this golden yellow. No, this is the golden yellow. I think, yeah, this one. Hello, Zambies. How are you? I saw you earlier on Eeny Minis, didn't I? We're in the process of doing some airbrushing, so I have my mask on, but I'll be taking that off in a little bit. Okay, so we're trying to go from purple to yellow, and that's pretty big transition. So we're going to use this brown as a transition color. Actually, we're going to go from burgundy. We're going to go like this. That's going to be our transition, because otherwise, if you go straight from purple to brown, guess what? Or we've got all this blue in there too. If you try to go from blue, purple, straight to yellow, you're going to get either mud or green. Yeah, I did. Well, welcome. I'm glad you can make it over here. There we go. We're going to start with this color first. Get a little thinner. Let's see, just a smidge. And then the burgundy in there, yes. Stir it up. Alrighty, and Hungry Basalt over here. And I'm going to start around the, I got to make sure to get the color going. There we go. So we got color going. And I'm going to start transitioning around the spots that are going to be the most light. Right? That makes the most sense. Because his lantern's right there, right? So that's going to be the part that's going to have some of these highlights. I'm going to give his shield some red transition too. Well, I already like that beautiful brown. Isn't that pretty? Let's do all of the skin. All of the... There, I think that'll look good, that brown. Jedi Maverick. Is he going to be a dark mini with a lantern OSL? Yeah, I think so. He's going to have a couple different spots of light. And I'll show you how that's going to look. Okay. Let's do some light around that part too. All right. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so we're just working. So yeah, so this, rinse this now. Next color is this next color right there. Yeah, I think he's going to be pretty dark because he's wearing the Gorm suit. And the Gorm suit is a kind of, it could, well, I guess it could be dark. Let's do some more thinner. That might be too much thinner. Let's blow some of that out. Okay, we got some of it out. Now this is Bloodstone because of the orange that I have here is not as brown as I want. So this color is nice and brown. This would make a good base for his skin tone as well, probably. Okay, thin, 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 there we go. Add some more paint. I'm just adding small amounts of paint up, and that's nice because then I don't have to spend a year trying to get that out. And again, we're gonna get that. There we go. We got our beautiful start. Maroon. Let's give some highs for Maroon. Hello, everybody. Hide that. Hey, hello, hello. It's gorgeous. That's if I'm rolling on my mic. Okay, tell me, is it better? My mic is rubbing on something. Let me do it this way. It's better? Okay, good. We'll put this, put it right here. Does that fit? Okay, it's fine now? Okay, good. I think it just wasn't plugged in hard, enough. Test, 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 test. I think it's also my mask. My mask is making some kind of reverberation. See? Okay. All right, we got this beautiful color. Now I'm trying to get even closer to the spots. See how that's getting lighter now? And same thing with this beautiful, beautiful field. Yeah, paint coming out. There you go. He's got sort of a glowing spot in the middle of his chest, so we're going to get to that. Mm-hmm. All right, now I'm going to rinse that out. Better. All right, Amberden. Okay, Amberden said that's better. Part of it, I think, is the mask. The mask. We'll be done soon. Promise. Ah. Okay. Last color for the main thing here. Do a little bit of the ochre. Hi, Cat Leanne. How are you? Haven't seen you in a little while. How have you been? All right, we're going to put some of the yellow in there. And I'm hoping that will look really pretty. There we go. Okay, there we go. Cat Leanne, thank you so much. Tier 3, 25 months. You've been going over 2 years now as well. I really, really do appreciate it. Mad love, let's give some hype. Give some hype to Cat Leanne. That's so great. Okay. All right, got my little glow in there right now. It's definitely the mask, guys. I think it's the mask. Is that better? That's a little better. Kind of. Let's take the silly putty off now. Ah, I'm going to try to blend a little light transition in there. See how I did that? Do-do-do. Got it. Very pretty. All right. That's a good base. Let's get a little bit of light on the scroll. Okay. I think that's good enough. Let's see here. Rinse out. How have you been, Kat? Are you working right now? That might be why she can't type. I got a lot of lurkers. Sometimes they are working, and that's totally okay. Now we're gonna spray that paint back out. This is the same paint that was in there when I left it. All right, I'm just gonna give it a big cup of this spray. This is my little handy dandy dump pot. And we're just gonna drain it into this. Hopefully all of the excess paint will go with it. Is it draining? Looks like it's draining. It's just draining slow. It's coming through clear, which is really good. We'll just do the rest. There it goes. Okay. Sometimes it's just a matter of the compressor being very slow. There we go. Let's see if this is blowing through. Yep. Clear, clear, clear. A little bit of paint on the end of that needle. I think it's good. Let's do one little bit more. A little bit more. There we go. All right, that's ready to be set aside. Now I can take off my mask. I think I can even shut my airbrush off for now. Just a quick high five. Hi, Big Bad Blood. I just got done airbrushing my Hungry Basalt man. Now he looks like a mess right now, but don't worry. I'm gonna get him to a good place. I just needed to throw some base coats on so we could have something to start with. Sometimes you need to do that. We got our little lantern. That's a good start for our OSL. All right, now I need to think. I need to look at color. I can see that I've used some like light-ish greens. I need to look closely at him. So he's wearing the Gormament. That is specifically a Gorm style garb. So he doesn't have any metal on him except for his chain. There's some little I think I just found. So this is supposed to look like a Gorm hand that's over his shoulder. It's interesting. So we'll have to make that look a little bit more kind of grayish, peachy-ish. We'll see. Let's mix some colors. Mix in some colors. Oh, come on. Did I already mess up my brand new brush? I got some brand new brushes from Raphael. This is, look at, I've already rubbed off all the writing. It's a Raphael 4804, and I'm really happy with these brushes. Before I even start, I'm going to try to give it a little quick clean because I've not been using it for very long, and I want to keep it that way. This is the Gentastics brush group. You know, guys, we are sponsored by Creature Caster, who sells the Gentastics. This is it, Gentastics Drunken Brush Goop, and I think it works great for cleaning brushes and conditioning them. So you can already see by what color this is coming out that the paint is coming off of it. So this is how I clean brushes, except I'll usually do this in my bare hand. And you can see I'm kind of using little circles to lather up and work the, see how sharp that is now? The brush just got very sharp. All right, and then I have some Badger brush cleaner. I can spray on there and just get the rest off. Perfect. Oh, that was a good idea. I should have done that. I'm looking just to see. Oh, there is some paint still in the quick. A little bit in the ferrule. I can see a little bit, but the Gentastic stuff, it did loosen it a lot. In fact, I'm able to get work off. You can see that is all from, that's all from the ferrule. That paint right there. Do some more with this. See if I can work off some more brush. Oh yeah, there we go. See, it's coming off. There's color on there. I'm not super good about taking care of my brushes. First to admit, I tend to go through them very quickly. But like I said, I just paid a bunch of money for these. All right. Let's look at this guy. We need some highlights. I need to look at my other model real quick as an example. Let's go in and paint his skin first because it's the furthest layer, and I've been using this Shadow Flesh for my base. And then let's use some of this one. This is the tan flesh. Because I want to, the other ones I made people of color, and this one he just hardly has any skin showing, so I'm going to make him have a white skin tone. Let's do the burgundy first, and I'm just going to paint his whole hand. That's dark burgundy red. I'm going to respect some of the shadows with this blue and hopefully leave those there. That looks good. Oh my gosh, I just noticed he's got a kind of a crazy jaw here. That whole thing with that color. Does he have a neck? He does have a neck. I'll give him a little bit of a neckline. Almost like he's wearing like a little gimp suit. Ah! There you go. That's Kingdom Death for you. Do we have music? I want to make sure we have music, right? Yes, good. Okay. Let me know if we need new music. It usually only plays for 2 hours. Righty. The rest is all, I can't quite tell where his body ends. Oh, okay. So he has a hole in his costume here where quite a bit of his skin tone is showing. I'm going to get some of that. Oh, that's actually very good. Makes it easier in a way. So we'll make this whole bicep because I can tell that that is actually bare skin. And I'm not going to leave this burgundy color. I'm going to work this up. There's a little link there. Let that burgundy rest over that yellow to make that look like it's a little brighter. That's exactly what I want. And then over here, see, there. This is the part where it stops. And it looks like there's, like I said, there's like kind of a hole in his armor. And that looks really good there. Okay. He does look really nice with the even if he kept this burgundy as his skin, but I'm not going for that color on him. No. Yeah, the rest is, ooh, I just got it on his weapon. Don't want that. Fingertips, fingers, flipping it around. Okay, good. All right, got it. With a model like this that is as busy as this is, a lot of times you really want to look. And let's go in with some dark brown shadows. I'm going to use a little bit of water with this so that will go down into the crevices. I think I might need some Lamia medium. I'm going to get this off without pulling the whole cap off. Go. And that in there. Medium is what I'm hoping will cause it to settle down into the crevices, because I don't want a super dark. There we go. See, it's going down into the crevices for me. A big feather or something right here. That's okay. Ah, I see question. Hello, Rooted Lifeless. How are you? We are painting a model from Kingdom Death. His name is Hungry Basalt, which I think is such a cute name. Yeah, and I'm going to even glaze over the yellow on his legs so that still stays that kind of brownish color, but it's still got highlights, right? Yes, that looks really lovely. We'll leave that feather alone. Good. And then now we have to go over to this leg. Again, respecting the shadows, keeping those shadows nice and purple. Pretty looking nice. I enjoy. You're good? Okay, I'm glad you're good. We're good too. I'm painting the Gormament. Yeah, yep. Okay. On his upper torso, same thing. I will flip him a little bit and get all the dark. There's the Lamy medium. There we go. See how I can glaze that now? And all that beautiful highlighting still there. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay. Could probably do some on his chest as well. Yes, that looks nice. Good, good, good. Okay. Bad. I really like how the yellow overlaid on the blue and it's kind of grayish, graded out. I enjoy that. Do a little purple under here where I may need to go back in and fill in a hole there. So there's a trick you can use if you missed a mold line or a gap. Looks badass. Thank you. You're painting Abaddon. I love him. I painted him recently, not too long ago. Uh-oh. Do you see that? It happens to me all the time. Let's see if I can get that. Stay on. Nope. Haha. Hold on. Let's see if I got a plier. Oh. Whoa. Okay. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Doesn't need to be there. No wonder that was sticking. Look at that piece of crust. Like a whole new bottle holder thing. Oh my goodness. All right. Put a little medium gloss varnish on your palette. And then there is a pretty big gap in here. I'm going to fill it with the gloss and then hope it will be sufficient. I might have to do it a couple times to keep it filled. Okay, let's just leave that and see what happens. All right, I'm going to take my gloves off. I feel that's going to cause trouble over time. I'm going to set these gloves aside since they're my last pair. Ugh. I need to remember to order new gloves after the stream. Order new gloves. I'm going to write myself a note. There we go. Oh, okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to hydrate. Already, almost 3:30. We've been going almost an hour. Everybody should try to take breaks. Even if you're just watching, move around a little bit, get up, you know, move your butt, move your tuchus. Okay, that was good. Refreshing. Oh, that was our silly putty. By the way, watch this. So this is the silly putty that I airbrushed on. When I mix it up, it just goes back to the normal silly putty. And then we can put it back in here. Yeah, I know. That's why I try to remind people. I forget as well. I'm the worst. Did you hear that? That was my back. That was like a crack. Oh, that was another crack. Oh my goodness. All right. We're letting that dry, letting that fill. It's got a little skin on it. That's actually good. I'm going to put a little bit more on. Get that nice. Okay. Okay, back to our lantern. Let's do a little bit of dark shadow underneath the lantern because pretty much this is our darkest point. Purple. I'm using the purple, I'm using the blue. Put a nice dark line right there. Pretty good. I'm doing some what do you call it? Not underlining, but dark lining. Just a little bit. Let's get back into the purple. Painting the top of the lantern. Okay. Oh, I just found the edge of the lantern right there. And there's another one here. That you have to use a sided brush to get that. Really look like, oh, so the axe, I haven't really done too much to the axe at all yet. I've done a little bit of airbrushing on him. So we'll have to, you're gonna have to see what I'm doing. You didn't see me online Friday, but the handle just came. Yay, Kingfisher, I'm so glad. Yeah, I just sent that not too long ago. Good, I'm glad that you got that in. Kingfisher is talking about, we did a giveaway, which we're gonna be doing again on the, not the first, but the, wait, when's the date? Our next follower giveaway is gonna be on February, I think 3rd, I think is when we're gonna do it. And we're gonna be giving away some more of these awesome miniature holders, which, do I have? I do have some stick tape. Hold on, let me find it. Always wear it here. Here it is. This is what I like to use for these holders. Even though they come with a little pack of putty, I prefer to use this. It's double-sided poster tape. Just a little piece of this. Put it right on there. And then, there we go, Hungry Basalt. Now we can rotate him all around with ease and okay, so let's attempt that. If that doesn't work, we're going to go back to the putty. I think it'll work though, because I've done it before. It's just his base is a little bit on the dark. All right, now, like I said, I'm just getting in some of the shadows. Ah, there, he popped off. I don't want that. Let's use a bigger piece of poster tape. In fact, let's put the poster tape on the bottom of Hungry Basalt first. Whoa. And then we can trim off the excess. So we're going to be giving away some of these holders on the 1st to followers. So they're really awesome for painting. They're really great if you have a smaller base, a smaller size base. Something like that is perfect. But we're going to make this work. Trust me. Boop, there we go. Yeah, it's just a little bit bigger. It's about the same size as the top. Yay, what happened? Okay, let me see. Do they have any in a larger size for models over 50? No, they don't. This is new. This is a new thing. They had to kickstart this. So, you know what? You should write them, though, and let them know that you're interested in a bigger, and a handle that's bigger. You know? These are small. Now, some of the other ones that I'm sponsored by is Rathcore miniature holders. Those will hold a little bit bigger minis. I like those too. All right, let's go use some yellow on this feather for now. It was already kind of gray, and now we need to fix it. Good. Okay. As long as we keep using the same yellow, we should be good on this guy. Got a little bit of glow on the bottom of the shield. A little bit. I like it a lot. All right. This is, I used some kind of like greens. Do this green, jade. Little jade. And did I use anything else? Those colors in there already. I do need a little black. I was using a satin black though, so I'm going to put that on my palette. Not the right black. All my paints are all over my desk. Hold on. Dark gray. We should put that on there. Definitely need some neutral dark gray on the palette. What mini is this? Below sits, his name is Hungry Basalt, and he's from Kingdom Death. We don't have any highlights on him at all, so he's very dark looking. Well, we have the lantern, but that's about it. That's what we're going for so far. I do need some ivory on here. There's ivory. Oh, come on. See, these bottles are a bit harder to get paint out of. Then this one is regular. So this one is bright ivory, and this one is regular ivory. Hi, Punexpected. How are you? How's everybody? Now, who here is from the UK? Because I want to know. I want a representation. I want to see, because I know I've got a lot of people from the UK watch me. Let's do this neutral gray on here, because he does have the groom. Me, okay. Rooted Lifeless. Anybody else? I know Amberden is. Amberden left though. I don't remember if Punexpected is. Okay, so I've been talking about how I've been watching Love Island Australia. What is that? This is a Kingdom Death model. That's what he is. I've been watching Love Island Australia, and I loved it, and I had a blast watching it. But then I switched over, and now I'm watching Love Island UK, and it's so much different. I was like, what has happened? All the guys are kind of, no. And maybe it's just they didn't get very many posh boys on it, but I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna, I need the lighter gray now. Get some highlights on this. Ooh. Might need to make a mid-tone with this lighter gray. That's better. Kind of. Not sure about the grays. You've been watching Love Island UK. What do you think? It's so different. You're Scotland. So this is what I heard from my friend my friend Arla. She's from Glasgow. And I know I probably mispronounced that, so I apologize in advance. She said that Scottish men And maybe this is a Scottish-British thing, but Scottish men aren't like British men. They actually are respectful. No offense to my Brits. Yeah, so England, you're from England, Zaktana? We were better law. Not trying to cause any real men are real lads. Yeah. They said something on the show about how there's a difference between, what did they say? There's basically, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to bump my mic. There's a difference between a guy who chases girls and a guy who just gets them. A lad just gets them, you know? And then I guess there's a lot of guys on the show right now that just chase them. I don't know. They don't have a lot of, oh no, I don't know how to describe it. I don't want to be insulting to anybody because it's just a cultural difference, I think. But it's amusing to me. All right, we need some kind of reds a little bit. Let's get in here with this dark brown in the shadow. I'm gonna mix a little purple with this dark burgundy. See if I can't fix it there. Happy late Burns night. What's Burns night? It's funny. All right, I'm going in now. I'm getting all of the deeper shadows with the colors. There we go. Oh, might need a dark right there. No, that didn't work at all. I just covered up something that should have been lit up. It's a Scottish thing? Oh, okay. See, you have to forgive me because they teach us next to nothing about, the only thing they teach us about the UK in American schools literally is that we beat them in the American Revolutionary War and that they were allies in the World War II. I mean, it's just like all of the history, all of the world history is usually, if it's not ancient world history or like old world history before the United States started, it's all related to how it is in relation to the United States. And I bet you're not surprised about that, you know? At least when I was in school. Maybe they've changed things. I've also been watching another TV program about Scotland called Outlander. And yes, it's a fantasy, but it's absolutely a wonderful, wonderful show. And I've been learning a great deal about Scottish history and specifically the Jacobite period, which was pretty fascinating. And I don't want to stir up trouble, but I had heard from my friend Arla that they weren't actually allowed to watch it because when it first came out, at least now you can watch it, but then when it first came out, you guys were going through some kind of referendum to see if you wanted to stay as part of the UK, and people were worried that it would keep people from voting to stay because it's all about the time period where, yeah. Anyway, watch Outlander, it's so good. No, Rooted Lifeless? What are you saying no to? Because I'm on a delay, so I get your comments a little bit later. Tell me what you're saying no to. Shoshie's Minis, you're into romance stuff. Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Because I'm alive. Yes, absolutely. That's why I liked, why I enjoyed Outlander so much. It's got all of that. It's awesome because it's got fighting, it's got history, it's got sci-fi, and it's got the romance as well. Got a little bit of everything. Oh, I really like this green on these chains. That's really pretty with this purples. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and paint the green on here as a base, and then I'll end up going back and highlighting some of this with lighter colors. Do it like this. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm trying to do a kind of a non-metallic metal on something. It's gonna be tricky. Oh, I like it. Yes. I think it needs a little bit more gray though in some spots. Okay, let's try that. We need the lighter gray maybe. Maybe let's do a mix of the two. Yeah. Yep. Okay. I don't hate it. I do like the little green better, but working as well. Okay. There's a good amount of parts on here where you can't quite tell where the skin begins and the metal ends, or the gorm suit ends. Do a little bit more ivory. So I'm trying not to go all the way up to white, because once you go up to white, you really can't go up more. So I'm just doing the bare minimum of my non-metallic highlights here. Just like that. Okay, that's not, I don't hate that. I'm not in love with it, but I don't hate it. Might have to do a little glaze of some of this green on here. It's like a blue-green. Hi, Joe Frick, how are you? How's it going? Oh yeah, that. See, now I like that. This needs that little color. Well, let that dry a little bit. Try to put that on all of my little chains, just like the metal on his leg here. We'll make the darkest parts of this model that dark teal. It'll be very pretty. The first few of these models that I painted, I did not really give a lot of thought to my color composition and choices, and so I feel like I didn't do a good job. Let's glaze that back up there. Not bad, not bad. I actually like that. Yes. You're doing all right? I'm doing good. I have been, I've just been trying to kind of get a handle on this. He's got a lot of areas that need a lot of depth and darkness. And so I'm trying to get those first and then come in and highlight a little bit. Sometimes I like to let the model paint, let it, you know, do a little of a, so kind of like what I did with the lion, where I'm kind of looking, what is the model telling me? What's next? Model is doing a lot of the leading, and that's, I usually get better results then. Like this little bit back here has some green on it, and I really enjoy that. So I might, let's see if I can emphasize that with a little bit of this yellow and a little bit of this green, what happens. Let's see if what we have, highlight that up a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. A little bit of green, a little bit of yellow. Get that kind of weird light green. I need to mix something into it, maybe some purple into it to gray it out because it's a little too bright green. Does the model tell you to do things? I mean, no, but the process does. Does that make sense? So you're painting and then you see something and you're like, oh, I like that. Let me bring that out. So you let these kind of happy accidents happen. See, like this. I'm highlighting this purple with this green, and it's working because it's all like, I don't really understand the color theory behind it. I'm just kind of flailing in a way. Let's use a little bit more yellow. I think it's because the green is acting like a bridge between the yellow. Yeah, that's what's happening. The bridge is the green is the bridge between yellow and purple. And so when I get to the yellow, it looks great with the purple shadow, but it had a nice smooth blend because of the green. Like if I just went straight to green, it would probably look more muddy and not so attractive. And that's almost, let me use a little bit of this brown. So there, I went from like yellow to the brown. Yeah, and I don't hate that at all. Because there's some kind of like, he's got some kind of little hand on his upper arm here. And I'm just gonna use burgundy to highlight up to the yellow and create these transitions. And it's working a little bit. This, I really like this back here with this more green. Cool. Let's do some more green on this side too. Let's get a little bit more green. Oh yeah, that's kind of cool looking. We're kind of want to keep our interest up here, not too highlighted, too distracting. All right, now I'm going to take that gray because it's a very neutral color. I'm going to see about, there's all these little stitches on him. My brush isn't staying pointed. Let's try highlighting the stitches. So far, so good. Ooh, I really like that. Now, he's got some kind of little warty bumps, and I think I'm going to go back to that cool kind of green color. I'm going to paint those little bumps green for sure. And I'm also going to try to go ahead and highlight with this green as well. I'm kind of in a weird zone with this miniature where I'm winging it. If that makes sense. I don't know what I'm doing, but it's so far things are working. I'm going slow. I'm not trying to like rush it, which is not usual for me. You guys know I usually rush minis. Oh, I think I got so frustrated with the that rock. What's her name? Yeah, I like that kind of grayed out green. Do that. I put a little bit of Lamy medium so that my brush wouldn't get Too dried out. More green. That is interesting to me. I like it. So that's the whole thing, is keep it interesting. There. All right, so we've got this interesting blue, purple, kind of burgundy base with grayed out green highlights, and I'm really, really digging it. So let's keep working in that direction and see how we can push it, because look, it's still gonna go with this one because the greens are in armor. You're waiting on your mother to get home so you can't start cleaning until out your next refurbished computer. Oh my goodness. Yeah, same things happen to you, Rooted Lifeless? Yeah, I get going too fast on things. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna keep going with this green kind of ish thing. And we're gonna put these little 40 bits on. I think it looks really cool. Subtle. And then I'm going to do a little edge highlighting with this green. Here's a little bit of a right there. So for those of you who don't know, I've backed Kaha Mini's Patreon, as well as Warpstone. Hold on, let me look up his name because I don't want to get it wrong. I think it's Warpstorm Painting. Warpstorm Painting. You can follow him on Instagram, and he's got a Patreon of Warhammer models. Look at this. Isn't that crazy? And so I'm following him, and I'm following Kaha, and I'm also taking lessons basically from them for, let me find Kaha for you. She's amazing. She's so good. Look at this. This is crazy. Look at that. That's insane. So she has really got an eye for color, and she's able to go, and that's kind of what I'm slowing down, because sometimes you've got to think about going through the rainbow to get to your next color. But you have to take it slow to do it. So we've got red here, but then we've got green, and red is the opposite of green. So what do I have to do? I have to go, wait, I messed it up. Red to yellow to green, right? Red to orange. Let's try that. Let's do a little bit of a warmer color next to this green so that it doesn't look quite so crazy. And then maybe a little yellow. Try it. Yeah, that actually kind of, except for I don't like the green there now. Isn't that funny? I could put a little bit of this yellow on it, and it's like it brings it right back. We might have to go. Oh, what would she do? WWKD. What would Kaha do? She would go purple to magenta. I think she'd put some kind of magenta. Let's do this flesh color and see what happens. Maybe that. Ooh, that's very cool looking. Yeah, that adds something creepy to it. I like it. I like it. Yup. I enjoy this. Okay. Go back to. Oh, wow. So I'm really thinking this is working well. The gorm is kind of like a very like human-esque animal, so it's entirely possible that we've got green in here. I think what we need to do is go from purple to the green, just like we did. Let's do that. Do purple. Let's see if I can, because the purple goes with the peach that I just put down in there. Yep, and then I can add the green. I've got it. Yeah, that's what it needed. It needed to go from that flesh color to purple to green, and not straight to green. Yeah, that works a lot. Creepy, but good. That's okay. Gorm is creepy. It's a big upgrade from what your laptop is. You love Patreon. You support people. I do too. I like Patreon as well. Look at this. I already feel like my colors, choices, and stuff has leveled. You know what I mean? Got this dark turquoise in here. Put that in the dark spots. And there we go. Yeah, and I think if we make a lot of browns on his armor, and then the rest of him is going to have this kind of awesomeness. Get the blues and the purples in there. I already got some of the purples on there, so this is going to be, I think this is going to be a fast one. Look at this. I love this greens. I love this greens. Oh my gosh. All right, we need to do a little gray. And I'll go over it with the green for the stitching. I like that right there because it's a little bit brighter. Okay, here's the green. A little bit more color. You guys can see my palette okay? One of the things subscriptions are going to really soon, we're going to be able to have some overlays, new overlays, and I'm going to have a palette cam. Gonna be good. Okay, back to this fleshy color again, because that green just didn't blend good. Interesting. All right, let's go to the front because I want to do a lot of that. Let's do, like, real quick, I'm going to do some more little highlights. You get those bright highlights in there. And then let's talk about, let's see, I'm gonna do some feather markings. I think it's a feather that he's got around his waist. Just like that, and then that looks terrible, but I'm going to go in here with the yellow and see if I can't work on that a little bit, make that look a little bit more like a feather. Almost like I have to paint an actually, I don't mind that too much. Let's use some gray and darken that tip of that feather a little bit. Don't hate it. And just on the edges, I've got this blue to kind of feather this, make it actually look like a feather on the sides. I don't mind it. Let's take a look at this chat. Let's see. Prince of Crows says, I'm good, but not that good. I don't have a patience for that style of painting. I feel you. I feel you. Sometimes I don't think I'm that good either. I have to really rein myself in with my patience, because sometimes I just don't have the patience either. And then I talk myself, I use a lot of negative self-talk to get myself out of doing stuff that I don't feel confident in. Like, oh, I'm not good at it, so I shouldn't, I don't paint that way, right? I talk myself out of even trying. And I'm trying to get out of that habit a little bit. I'm trying to push myself anyway, do it anyway. Even if I'm not that good, do it anyway. Try it. Push. The whole reason why I ever started painting non-metallic metal was because you guys asked me to try to teach you, and I'd never done it, like especially on camera. I'd never done it successfully on my own. And I went for it because I had, my little cheering squad behind me. It made a huge difference. And I, for the first time, was able to paint non-metallic metal, and it was really good. So now I try my best to try to add stuff in there when I can, even though I don't feel confident at it. Okay, there we got that blue stain. And then I'm going to add some I'm looking, I've got kind of a yellow here. Oh, that's green's too much. Let's add a yellow to this purple. I'm going to mix it together to add yellow plus purple equals kind of a grayed out color. Then I can go up to that green with it. It's already getting better. Okay, now we're going to try the green on top of that. Like shingles on a roof. I like that. Let's look at the back. Yeah, there's more browns and things going on the back. So let's keep going with that over here. Good. This little sun pattern or something, he's got something on his chest that basically is lighting up his chest, and so I want to go with that, but I also want to respect what I've got started. Already looking good. I'm going over that green a little bit. And now we can add the green, maybe, because now we've added some yellow to the picture. Yes, we can add the green now. Like I said, you gotta create those bridges. I'm glad that you like the motorbike. Wait, let's see. I think she likes it. Yeah, you do. Yeah, I do, Joe Ferk. Let me see if we can't. Oh, you can see it pretty well there, right? Yeah, really good. Look at the light. It really does look lit. and not in that cool millennial slang way. God. Be right back. You got to make the call. Bullo says, I'm glad that you like the motorbike pictures I sent you. I finished building a World War II whippet tank to try to make realistic mud effects on it. Perfect. That sounds blast. I do the same, to be honest. I'm still surprised. I've been in the GW finals twice. That's awesome. I am going to be entering the GW contest for the very first time. I don't know what it's going to be like. It might be really nerve-wracking, to be honest. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me explain the color transition. We went from yellow to brown, green to purple. Kind of. How does that work? This works. It's a little bit desaturated, but I kind of like it. And once we add in some brighter highlights, let's add on a little bit of this ivory mixed with the lighter color. What happens when we do that? I'm gonna get more ivory here. Got a little bright glowy thing in the middle of his chest. And tap. Sometimes it's easier to tap a color on. You can have more control of how it lays. See that? Now I'm carefully going over this little cell. It's like a cell that he has in the middle of his chest. Little veinings. Looks pretty cool. Oh, this is so cool. I just noticed it goes all the way down. I think this is supposed to be like the Gorm eye. You know how the Gorm eye, it glows in the dark? Like little pieces of lightning all over his chest. Does it look like it's glowing from his chest? Because that's what I'm going for. Got a little bit more yellows. Ooh, I love it. I love it. I need to put my glasses on and look at it from a distance and look at it on camera too. Yes. So pretty, isn't it? Yeah. Am I going to Nova? No, I'm not. Talks with Hands. Not this year. Unfortunately, Talks with Hands, I didn't have a great experience at Nova. I was suffering from quite a lot of anxiety, and it just really colored my whole experience, unfortunately. So it's, you know, it might be something that I might eventually go back to, but at this point, I'm not so sure. I'm gonna put a little red here on my palette. I need to get the pin. I've got a little pin here. Oops. Nice glow. Thank you, Prince of Crows. Yeah, exactly. My health over Nova, exactly. I am going to be at Adepticon. That's my next con, and I'm very comfortable there because I've been there a zillion times. Before I do a single thing with this guy and his yellow, I need to put some actual golden yellow. Here we go. We're going to put some of this on the palette. Just a dot. And I do really like that, but I think I'm going to see what happens when I add a little bit of this bright yellow. It's a very green yellow, but I need to add some to it. Let's see what happens. Ooh, that's pretty. Add a little bit more of that yellow to it. Making it a little bit brighter, a little bit more pop. Might actually drag out the, ooh, you know what I just thought of? Let's do a little bit of glow along this mask. And then we can go into that green a little bit. My brush is being fluffy. What's going on? Let's do a little bit of Lamy medium. There we go. So now my highlight is this, highlight of the purple is this green. He's very creepy looking. What is it? What is his face? What even? Okay, I'm enjoying this. Now I'm going to get in here again with this green and do these little warty things that are all over. Maybe even put a little dot of yellow in the center of them. Make them stand out a little bit more. Okay. Let's do a little, yeah, let's do a little bit of that yellow in the center. Does make a difference. And then on the little stitches, just a little bit of a highlight of the yellow, especially since the base color is a purple. Now I'm highlighting he's got a kind of a stitched up thing going on over here. I need to get the Lamy medium because I don't want it to be scratchy looking. Sometimes when you get a light color that has any kind of pastel in it, it goes on and it's all scratchy and gross on the model. All right, go back to skin tones. Oh my goodness, we got a lot to say. So let's see, Bola says, because I gave him some feedback on his model, he said, I was thinking about the feedback last night. I have received lots of great feedback and likes for the motorcycle. One Instagram post received 500 likes even, and you were looking at the model thinking it doesn't look that good and people must be being nice. I kind of had an epiphany and I thought that I have been staring at the model for a week, so everything is a gradual improvement. Yes. Compared to people seeing it, yeah, and they see it for the first time and it's like a different, you're seeing the improvement over time and you're like, it's not, you've got it in your head painted already and it's not where you want it. And people are seeing it where you're in mid progress. That happens to me a lot too. No, they don't know the journey and the steps or the frustration or anything, right? They're just using like, wow, exactly. Yeah, that many people aren't nice for no reason. Exactly. Yeah, that's 500 people is a very, that's a big accomplishment, I think. That's pretty significant to me. All right, let me take a little of the ivory again, a little bit of this green. I'm not taking the straight. Oh, I need to mix that with some blue because that is very, very bright. Whoa. All right, so on the front, carefully, I'm just going to light up some of these. Do a little bit more ivory. Light up some of these chains. Just like this. I like it. I need more ivory dough. I've gotta do it in layers and not rush. And as the light is getting further and further away from the chains, there's less and less reflection going on over here, right? So then just take the pure ivory. Oh, I might need to redefine some of my shadows. Like that. I need a little black. Actually, let's put more purple on the palette. And a little black. Glasses, where are they? Here they are. Oh my goodness, here's some coal black. Boop. You wish you could paint that good? Rooted Lifeless, it's taken me a long time and a lot of years. And I'm sure that there are things that you are good at, that you've been working a lot of years on, that I'm not good at, right? So I'm 100%, I believe that there's some natural talent, but that a lot of what you see in the creative fields is also just, it's more than natural talent. It's practice. It's absolute practice. And you could really be this good, because I want to show you something. Rooted Lifeless, look at this model. This was one of my first models. Okay. So I've gone from this to this over many years. Yeah. And a lot of training and practice. So you could get there. You can. If a lot of people, they'll sometimes say they want to be really good at something, but then they don't do the extra steps, right? What's something, if you could be good at one skill, what's something, and you could be good at it right now, and it's not painting, let's just say it's not painting, let's say it's anything else, what would some of you choose to like already instantly know? Like you have that innate ability to be able to like fly a plane, or you know, something that everybody else has to practice at. What is one thing in the world that you would want to be good at right away? If there's anything. All right, I'm taking some purple because there's lots of shadows on this that I kind of painted away. There you go, it's coming back. We need some blue shadows. Blue shadows. Oh, I like that purple in there and that crevice. Love it. It's amazing how much more I like my painting when I've actually taken a minute to think about what I'm doing. Mind reading is, can anybody do mind reading? Dancing, yeah, that's awesome. Repair cars, yeah. But you understand, like dancing, repairing cars, mind reading is not something you can practice, is it? Maybe detecting lies, that's something you can practice, probably, maybe. Let's take a little bit of this red and a little bit of this. Just taking a little bit of reds in here to kind of soften that. That needs to be brighter. Be lighter. Now that we've got the green already there, the yellow goes right up to it. Something about the front of him is bugging me. I think the shadows need to be darker. Try really, really dark shadows right here by these. Yeah, that's what it is. They need to be very nice and dark. Right by the lightest part needs to be a dark shadow. That makes it glow a little bit more. It's still not glowing. Let's do a little bit more work on the center here. Oh, you know what it needs? It needs some orange. Let's use this. This is called Blazing Ink. It's a little bit more on the like really orangey side. It might make things less green and more warm. Look at that. Look at what that did. Up. Yas. Oh, wow. 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 I didn't know it was going to do that. You guys see what it did? It took it through the rainbow. Remember how we said we didn't have orange? Let's do that up down here. And we'll make this more. Put some on this feather too. Put some on the bottom of this little chain. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Lighting, lighting, lighting. Man. Ow. Sometimes I don't know why things, like sometimes I do things a little on the intuitive side and then it works out and I'm like, all right, well, why did that work? And I don't stop to think about it. So what I'm thinking about here is this orangey color really helped pop because of the blues in the shadows, I think, and maybe because those browns as well. It gelled it all. I think it's also because it's an ink and it made all these shadows look darker. I'm going to use a little bit of this skin color. Get his jaw. Lamunis, hello. Avoiding these kinds of conversations. Oh no, you're funny. How pretty is he? Let's look at him next to this guy. Okay, so we need that ivory in there or else it's not gonna look like it goes together. Definitely need that ivory. Yes, surprises when painting. Exactly, Duchess Venom, exactly. Let's put some of this ivory back on. Do you think that rubbing blazing ink all over your own chest will make it look better? No, probably not. Let's do this. This is that ivory I'm telling you about. There we go. Pop. And get some of these little zigzags from this electricity, whatever this is. Try to get these stitches. I messed up something down here. Hold on. It's fuzzy over here. There we go, that's better. Back to the ivory. And again, we got to pop these little highlights back on because the ink killed it. Glasses are off, so make sure that you put at Shoshie's Minis to get my attention. And talk directly to me. Yes, look at. Yep. Let's do a little edge. A little edge with that. Let's get these little warty things and stitches. This is the slowest that I've been painting on Twitch in so long. There's something bugging me. Okay, hold on. I've got to go back. And there's a crevice in here. I've got to repaint. There we go. Perfect. Woo. See that shadow, that dark brown shadow? And I just got some paint on my little, there we go, that's better. He does have little teeth. I'm going to use the ochre to get those first. Yeah, that looks cool. I love it. Let me take a look at him because he's very different. I'm using the same colors. So, okay, now that that green's in there, I can see we've got the same colors going. Yep, same palette. Very pretty palette. Might have to do this again on something. All right. Now I'm going to work up the skin tones because I want to work on his, I want him to be white. At least you finally got the response you were looking for, making me laugh. Yeah, that did make me laugh. That was funny. Worth the shot, Lamunis. Try it out and let us know. Yeah. Jora, wait, how do I say your name? Jora Sat and Narsda? How do I say your name, Joras? Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it is looking cool. Let's do some more greens with this. Ooh, that did not sound good. Do some greens and stuff up here. I'm going to blend this down. A little bit of this. There we go. Thing about metallic, non-metallic metals is you need to paint your edges. Edges. Gonna look good. All right, more edges. Let's do green and or black and purple to make this shadow in here. Might need to use a wash. Ooh, that doesn't look good. We'll keep working on it. Non-metallic metal's really, really tricky. Very tricky. And I like that dark edge over there. Might have to go all the way to black with that. That looks better. Yes. Now let's blend it into this greeny color. Nope, that was too fast. Oh, I really like that. Okay. More gray. I like that gray. Ooh, that's the wrong color. All right, so I've got blues and grays and greens. And so far things are working. I need things to be darker though. All right, let's put glasses back on. I think I need a little break. Oh, you just made up a name? You don't care. It's a play on some Swedish words. Awesome. Nice. There, we're going to work on this. Like that. All right, so now watch what happens when I've got that orange in the lantern. We need actually a little bit more. Okay, so anytime someone Swedish comes on my channel, I keep remembering this awesome song. Have you heard this, the Swedish fika song, Joris? Everybody needs a Swedish fika. Na, 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 na. It's good. It's a good song. It's basically a song about how if everybody had a fika, then we'd have world peace. Yes, it is time for stretch. Okay, before we stretch, I'm going to add a little bit of red in here. That needs a little bit of red. Okay. Yawn? No, you haven't heard it? Oh my gosh, hold on. I'm going to get you the link because it's awesome. It's really catchy too. Everybody needs a Swedish fika. Hold on. Now, so one of these days I'm going to get over to Europe and hang out with my Swedish friends, and we're going to have a fika. Only problem is it needs to be gluten-free, because I know a lot of the fika pastries and snacks are, they're usually not gluten-free. Okay, found it. Hold on. Cut. There we go. I'll send this to you and you can watch it. And then we'll play the song, okay? There we go. There we go. I can't play that because it's already copyrighted, but you can watch it on your own. And Lamunis just asked for some chill EDM. So let's switch this out. Hang on one second. We're going to do a stretch break here in a minute as well. It's already 4:30. Time's going by very fast. I'm really, really enjoying this. Okay, so let's see. I need to go to my VCL media player. In the file. And we're going to go down here. Chill EDM. There you go. All right, take a second and everybody can get up and give a little stretch. So my back is going to crack again. Oh, I felt it. So good. All right, feel better. I feel like my hips are a little bit out. And I have some water. Ah, that's good. If you live in the US and you can find this hint, it's really yummy. It's water infused with whatever fruit essence that you happen to buy. And it's like 0 calories, 0 sweeteners. It's just got kind of a taste. Hopefully that hasn't been done yet. You've been lurking for a bit? Hi, Death Scented. Joe Ferk, what do you mean? What has, oh, yawn hasn't been done, no. Oh, and neither has the EDM chill. Nobody has redeemed a gecko either. So if you're interested in redeeming a gecko, you gotta spend the points. I'm glad you've been lurking, Death Scented. It's awesome. This is what we've been working on. I'm really happy with him. He's looking really cool. I'm gonna do a little bit of yellow again on his masked teeth because I want those to show up. See, that's a little too. Things are getting a little bit. When your palette starts absorbing so much water. Let's do this. Take my brush to the side of it and very carefully make those yellow. And there's a whole bunch of little weird bumps on his head. I think he was probably 3D printed originally. Use a little bit of green on there, get those stitches. Lots of little bumps and lumps. Okay. Do this part over here on his head a little bit. I'm going to use a little bit of this. I'm going to use a little bit of this brown. Lamia medium. Lamia. We'll figure it out. Bit more blue green here. Fade it in. There we go. I'm highlighting the dark with another dark, but it's a lighter value dark, so it's working. Oh, you just did? Ah, there we go. We've got the geckos. Thank you, Joe Ferk. I was wondering. I thought you had, but I didn't see it on my screen. Geckos will never get their time under the spotlight. We're going to get one right now. Hold on one second. I'm stepping on my mic cord. There we go. Gecko. There's Ginger. She's unreachable. There's Peppercorn. I can get her. She's looking a little feisty, though. All right. She's such a cutie. This is Peppercorn. You guys saw Ginger Biscuit last time. Peppercorn is brown, obviously. I love it. Hold on, get on my hand. There you go. Let me switch cameras so you can see her. There she is. Oh, and of course she's gonna just be a lump and turn her face away. Are you gonna look around? Are you gonna look around? There's her tail. You gotta get us. What are you doing, girl? She's so funny. Someone needs a gecko named Gordon. I'll turn her around for you so she doesn't want to face the camera at all. There we go. Is it because you don't like the light or because you do like the light? Let's do overhead. That's a little bit more interesting. They are cute. They're so cute. She's smaller than Ginger Biscuit. Not by much, but she's a year younger. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. What's the matter with your toe? She's got one toe and it's kind of like up like this. I guess she doesn't need to stand on all her toes. So do you guys see how nice and fat her tail is? That's good. She's looking a little thin here, but remember when, like earlier this summer, she was eating a lot and she was getting a little chunk, and now I think she's back to a normal weight. You're being really chill today, girl. I think she doesn't like to be touched as much. See how she's like, I don't like it. I'm gonna climb up my arm. The light is warmth to them. Yes, but they also, hi Gordar, how are you? This is my gecko peppercorn. We have every now and then we'll get out the gecko. The light is warmth, but she's also, they're crepuscular, so they don't like to, they don't like the light that much. They actually, crepuscular means they go out in dawn and at dusk, so they don't get a ton of direct sunlight usually. She can take a lot more light than Ginger Biscuit. What are you doing? She's like backing off my hand. There we go. Now, there you can see. Now, see, she's sliding down my arm. All right, I'm gonna put her back. The more she'll get used to it. I know, and I need to handle her more. That's part of the reason why I made the gecko emote. Is because she's so cute. You're so cute. No. Blip. Oh, did you see that? She's looking on the cheek. Clip that, clip that. That was too cute. All right, we're ready for painting. Make a break for it, Peppercorn, yeah. Yeah, you can't believe you missed that song? Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's so fun. Every Swedish person needs to hear the fika song. It's like a celebration of being Swedish, right? Everybody needs a Swedish fika. You gotta get groceries? Okay. Let's see. One friend raises snakes, and that's something he always made sure to do. Yeah, so like, I don't get them out a ton because they really just don't like it. But I do make a habit of trying to get them out once a day, or at least when when I stream for sure. At least once. All right, I'm going to paint the edges. Paint the edges of this. It's real soft. And then if I were light, I would be having light right here. Right? And then light right here for sure. And maybe even some right here. So kind of, I'm pretending that my brush, my paint is the light. Right? And so then that's gonna come around this loop right there. We need a transition, but that looks good so far. And then over here, there's gonna, oops, paint. Model's coming off the thing. So right here, we can do a little bit of light right on the end there. Oh, it needs more medium. There we go. Yeah, that looks okay. I'm doing kind of the rule of cool non-metallic metal technique where I don't quite know what I'm doing, but I'm drawing on the highlights as best as I can. As best I can. Yeah, that's starting to look okay. I get all the edges. Shoot, there we go. I might do that kind of cappy bases thing that Sergio does and try to work it out like that. I I don't know does anybody know Spanish? Does anybody know what Cappy Bases means in Spanish, or is that just a completely made up word? Because I have never heard it. Cappy Bases. Putting a little red down here to kind of lower that, make that a little heavier in the eye. Does that make any sense? Sometimes I just talk. Okay. There are little more edges that I need to finish painting here. Okay, where's my glasses? There we go. Oh, thank you so much. Even the gecko loves Shoshie. That's so sweet. Thank you for clipping that, Lamunas. It's not Spanish. It's from Captain America, nickname Cappy Bases. It is? Oh, okay. Has to do with doing a bunch of base layers and then blending them together. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't know it had anything to do with Captain America, though. You know, I have to revisit. Let's get some more purple, more blue. And same thing here. I feel like my palette is drying things out a little bit. Much better. Okay. It's starting to look like non-metallic metal, right? Tell me it is. Yes. I don't know. Let's try to get a little bit more highlight going. More on that side. Yeah, I feel like it's getting there. Do some gray. Let's put it up next to this guy. Yeah, it's getting there. What color should we make? We should make these gems match kind of something. I need my glasses back on. Keep blending. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I hate glazing also, so I kind of like the idea of Cappy Bases because it's fast. All right, Rainer, thanks so much. Stop calling airbrushing cheating. Yes, I'm really mad at you for that. Don't call it airbrush cheating because it's just a tool, right? It's a good tool too. Okay. Let's do some, maybe some bronze. Try this. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's do some more of that. I'm going to try to add some non-metallic bronze to this axe and see if it helps contrast. Yes, I'm happy with that color. Still need to work on his skin. That's not been happening yet. A little bit of black. Some of these crevices need it. Is that black or is that blue? There we go. So now I can go up through my oranges and everything. See how pretty that is. And there's still purple in it, which looks actually really nice as a dark shadow. Heck, that could stay wood, right? That could stay wood. Let's do a little bit of ochre. I'm going to blend that a little bit. Lamunis, I can't believe that. I mean, I can believe it. Rainer got those emotes are hilarious. See, I'm still not quite sure what I'm doing here, but it looks pretty. Again, rule of cool. Sometimes rule of cool wins over anything. So far, this is winning. I like that. That's really pretty. Let's see how it looks next to him. Definitely looks like they're starting to go together because the metals match each other. Okay, a little bit of yellow gold now. See if that smooths anything. Maybe some of this orange again. I like it. It doesn't read as gold, but let's see what happens when we add some highlights. Maybe it will later. Okay. It's pretty. Like I said, I don't think it's gold, but it's pretty. And it does look like non-metallic metal, kind of. Maybe I could add some green to it. Maybe that's what it needs. Ooh, maybe I need the green. You know, it's with the green, it does kind of take on a little bit of that bronziness that, and like I said before, it may not work out completely, but it is pretty. I like it because it feels like it's almost reflecting some of the, actually it works, it's working for me. It feels like it's reflecting some of the metal in the, yeah, that is very cool looking. It looks like bronze now. Let's see what happens when I add that yellow back in. What happens? Now I'm blending the yellow with the green a little bit. Less contrasting maybe. It feels more like starting to go back to gold a little bit. Orangey? I'm only putting in the oranges and the burgundies in where there would be a shadow. Let's see what happens if that deepens up those shadows a little bit. Oh, I like it. Tell me, does it look like metal? Does it look like metal? It doesn't, it looks almost like metal on camera. I need help, guys. I need your 2 cents. I think it needs white now, like real white. Well, let's try the ivory first, because like I said, once we go up to white, then you can't go back. So let's just do little tiny dots of this ivory and see where we can take it. It's starting to work. I'm a very lazy painter. And if I can get a half-assed metallic metal, I will. I will, and I won't feel bad about it either. Yeah, I can live with that. I think it looks like metal. Good. Looks a bit bonish. Yeah, I was thinking that, but it doesn't bother me if it's bonish because there isn't a lot of actual metal in Kingdom Death anyway. I kind of, and I think it also looks bonish because of the shapes. It's got some weird shapes. Let's leave it and see let's see how far we can go with other stuff. Maybe we can, let's get the highlights over here. Some of this. Here we go. Yeah, that's pretty as hell. All right, I need to do a skin because I keep saying it and not keep doing it. Okay. Need Lamia medium. This stuff is looking a little chalky. I don't know, maybe he will look better with a darker skin tone, but maybe not. So let's just layer it up and see. And it might change the look of the model, right? That little bit of paleness, Get this and this brown. This is a Lamia medium. It's very necessary right now. And I'm gonna flip him down this way because he's got biceps and other bits of arm showing. Uh-oh. I'm trying to work it up so that it's not a quick transition from the brown to the flesh color, peach color. There we go. He's getting there. Do this hand. And that pops out right away against that purpley color that we have already mixed in for his base. See, that is popping. Look at these fingers. Oh my gosh, he's got such small hands. A little bit more. Okay, and this side of the palm. Wow, that made a big difference, didn't that? And we can cover that light part with this more fleshy color. And the same thing over here, we can cover this part with a more light fleshy color. Here. Is it just me, or didn't that change the look of the model a little bit? Because the peach and the green and everything is nice and balanced. He's pretty cool looking. Okay, remember how I said his shirt is torn right here? There we go. And this arm. You can see my brush is kind of flaying a little bit, and that's more because of the dryness of it than because of the brush quality. All right. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, now I need a little bit of this final highlight here. So he looks a little bit more pale. How's that? I love it. He looks like a tank. And that last little highlight back here again. Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty happy with how, look at how much we've gotten done just in this time. What time is it? It is 5:02. We've got about half an hour left. Let me do some more little green doodads on these things. That looks good. I like it. Now, remember when we covered that mold line? There's still a little bit of a mold line there. See if I can get here. Now it's too ugh. Let's see if I can cover it or hide it with some paint. A little bit. I covered it a little bit, but not quite to the level I wanted it. What else can you use to fill mold lines besides a little bit of gloss medium? I do have more gloss medium I can use. Let's try this. We'll let that dry. Looks brilliant. Thank you, Zactana. You agree the shape part? You like how it looks? I thought that once you went the other way, you can't go, never mind. Went what way? I'm so confused. One thing that I try to teach Joe Ferk is that you can always fix it. You can always fix it. I do think I'm gonna do some edge highlighting of this here. Pull the highlights out. Needs to be a little bit brighter. I don't mind it. So once you went, I know what you're saying with the gloss. That was from way back. I know. Chris Clark says, I just added you to my favorites as I'm watching your Fallschirmjäger video at the moment. Excellent work. Oh, that was such a funny video, Chris. We named the Fallschirmjäger, we named them like Franz and Hans, who was it? Jaeger. I can't remember now, but we named them all kinds of funny names, and it was an amusing video. All right, now on the leggings here, I'm gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna leave them dark, but I'm gonna still highlight them with a little bit lighter color like this, just in some spots. Like that. It's already got some highlights on here from the airbrush, so that's good. Let's do some edge lining, some black lining. What do we call it? Thank you for adding me to your favorites. I really appreciate that. I think that we have fun here, and it's a good community. Okay. Now we'll do these a little bit in the reddish tone right here. That looks good. Now this whole arm sleeve thing, I feel like I need to, let's make that into a glowing kind of tattoo. I'm gonna use a little bit of this Lamy medium and this turquoise. You know what? Actually, I lied. We need to do the lighter turquoise first. Oh, thanks for the hype. Hi, Brubaka. Took you a minute to get. I missed it. I must have missed it. All right, so I'm going back into my ivory slash color here. I'm going to try to slowly, I need more medium. That's better. Put some more ivory and the turquoise and a little medium so that it will actually run a little bit. Okay. Looking good. See how that nice little glow looks good next to that weapon. Hope he's got two. I like that. That's so pretty. Very, very nice. Make these a little bit bigger, and then when we do a final glow, and that can even have a little bit of bounce light right here. Small amount. Same thing for the rest. This, whoops. Whoa, brush explode. All right, I've got it. Let's see, where's the white? Here's the ivory. Let's do the ivory in the middle here. A little bit of medium. Yeah, that's starting to look like a glow. So I have my mom asked me if I wanted to take a European cruise with her from Budapest to Nuremberg. And I'm thinking about it because I love Germany. It was so pretty the last time I went. Got also a buddy in near Budapest who I might be able to see. All right, I kind of like it. I think I like this side better. Yeah, I don't think I like that glow as much as I thought I would. Let's do the dark. And do a little glaze over it and see if that... Ooh, now there we're talking. Holy cow, that made it really better. Really better. Okay, I like that much better. Let's do that over here again. I've never been to Budapest. Has anybody here been to Budapest? I've also never been to Nuremberg. But my mom was born in Fürth. And the idea is like, it's only like a little bit far away. It's not only a little bit farther to go to, it's like 18 minutes, probably less by train. From Nuremberg to Fürth. Can't pronounce that right. I'm sorry to my German friends. Go. All right, there's a lot of... There we go. I am in love. Do it over here too. Because we make these nice and turquoise. And we can come back with that ivory. And make it look interesting. There. So this, it's funny because this model of all the ones that were part of this group, this was the one that I was worried about being the most interesting looking, which is why I kind of painted him later in the game. But I'm actually really happy with how he's coming out, and I'm just, yeah, I love him. He's beautiful. All right, let me see. People are chatting with me. Hi, Lady Bunny, Lady B Miniatures. Why did I say Lady Bunny? Lady B Miniatures, she's painting blind. Yeah, I'm not wearing my miniatures. Shoshie, you sexy, but who likes trashy shows with oversexed males? Yes. Yeah, I only wear my glasses some of the time. When I'm painting, it's hard for me to wear my glasses. Look at that. It's looking nice. Look at this oversexed male. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, Zactana, I know. Debating on whether or not you want to get up and find the cables you need to plug this computer in. I got you. I get you. All right, let's do a little bit of, I'm going to do a little bit of bluish up here. Yeah. Just that cold highlight will look kind of cool. Oh my gosh, that didn't make any sense. The cold highlight looks kind of cool. There we go. See that? Do that again. Go. I'm happy. He's looking good. You went to Canada on holidays, Zactana? Yeah. You know I love you, cheeky. Yes. I love it. All right, real quick, I'm going to do that. We're going to do that gray green again. Back over here. Cool highlight on the warm leg. It's subtle though, because this leg doesn't really have a light source on it. By the way, Lady B, on Love Island UK, they have been putting a little bit better quality guys in it lately. I think that they realized that they saved all the posh guys for later, and it makes it more interesting because the girls like are really interested in them. It's kind of sad though also, because I don't know if there's a lot of classism, but it feels like it. All right, there we go. I like that little leg out. Okay, I'll stop being silly. You can do this again over here with this green. Very, very nice. Notice I'm not doing a ton of highlighting down on the bottom of him because I really still want, I want to push my contrast, but at the same time, I still want my focus to be up here. I can do a little bit of highlighting down here, but most of it is going to be small, 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 small. That. Yeah, I like that. That's very nice. Okay. Do a little bit more exaggerating of the highlights. Exaggerates the highlights. And a little bit up here, of course, from the lantern. Oh, something else. If you are part of the By Lanterns Light Facebook group, and even if you're not, if you're interested, if you like Kingdom Death, I have created a event at Gen Con for a meet and greet. And so hopefully we'll have a room where folks can meet and we can kibitz and schmooze about Kingdom Death. Oh, I really like that. Man. Let's do some more lighting right here. So yeah, I'm going to post that in the group soon so everybody will know about it. What else is missing from this? We need to do more yellow down here. And that one, there we go. And a little bit over here. Yes, okay, much better. Oh, and I forgot my little highlights down here too. Good, good. Hungry Basalt. Good, good. You're, my God, some of the guys on Love Island UK need to be slapped in the head. There's a massive amount of classism in the UK due to the North-South divide. Yeah, that's true. I've heard about that. And then I have friends who live in the North, and they always take the piss out of guys from the South and vice versa. It seems like everybody's region does the same. Fine, you're getting up and getting these cables. Good, Joper. Get those cables. Can you post your image of your last mini? Yes, Sue, who is online, who is a mod that can send that. Is Lamuna still here? The last mod who was on was Lamuna. So if he's still here, you can post it up. It's true, we love to hate each other. Zactana. There's a girl in Love Island. She's from Liverpool. Liverpool? She's Scouse. And her accent is amazing. It's amazing. Oops, that's too yellow. But that's pretty there. Maybe I should put a little bit of that bright yellow there. Yeah, I kind of like that. A little bit. All right, get back with that green. Let me try that again with that green. Let's do these little stitches. See if I might have to go back and work on those again. All right, back to the blackish purple, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that in between where the stitches were. There we go, that's better. I'm happy with him. I do think we do need to do a few little highlights up by his face so that we can accentuate his mask and make that another focus point, right? Instead of just that. There we go. Back to this yellow because that was a little bit too harsh. Too much white is too harsh. Yeah, that's much better. Good. Do green on that little part where an ear would be, a little bit of green. There we go. All right. I need a break again. I'm going to take another drink. It's actually getting close to being time. Fun. 1 year you'll try to make it to Gen Con. Oh my gosh, I missed a bunch of chat. Yeah, T Speaks. We're going to do we do a meetup every year, but I love that arm. Look at how cool he looks. I love him. Yeah, I feel like I got the colors down for this set. That definitely goes, they definitely go together, don't they? And then I can kind of go back and paint the rock. So where is she? This gal. I need to add more turquoises to her to make her blend in a little bit better. They all go together so far. Definitely go with the lion. All right. Scouser accent is bloody hard to understand. It is. It's really cute though. Once you kind of sit and listen to them, you can understand them. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna give a glaze of green down over that because it got a little too light for me. You can always glaze it back down, maybe even a little purple glaze, a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, that's better. A little bit. Look up John Bishop. He's a comedian. Yes. There's another guy who did a Scouse accent, and he was like, you can learn to do a Scouse accent with like 3 words. Roller coaster, Oompa Loompa. What was the other one? But he's like, roller coaster, Oompa Loompa. I can't remember the other one, but it was like, that's cute. I like that. Problem is, you don't know if you have a spare monitor cable. Oh no! Don't you hate it when you have a project and you're in the middle of it, and then all you have to go order another thing because you didn't have it? All right, I think this is a good spot to leave off, and we will go ahead and start up our end of the stream things. This was a good stream, guys. I really had a good time. We got a lot done. And now we're going to find somebody awesome to host. Let's see who else is on today. Good day. Oh, Studio J is on. I haven't hosted him in a while. Yeah, let's do Studio J7. It's been a minute. So, here we'll go to my studio. So if you guys go ahead and get ready to punch that raid button. We're going to raid Studio J7. And then, if it'll let me, raid channel. There we go. All right, punch that raid button right now. We will be back Wednesday, 2:30 to 5:30, GMT -6. So pretty much same time. This is the time we end. And I will see you guys Wednesday. We'll probably be painting the last of these models, which is Brisha. So I'll see you. Bye.
And tomorrow, watch your